how do you prepare for having one of the biggest weeks that you've had here, one of the biggest weekends you've had here?
Yeah, it's two high caliber opponents, and we've been focusing primarily on St. John's. That's the next game in front of us, and had a chance to watch a number of their games and last night's game, and very impressed with the effort and energy that they have on defense. They're certainly one of the best defensive teams that I've watched play this year, getting ready for an opponent.
With the national attention you've received in the rankings, how do you prepare your team to go, show that they're worthy of that ranking on a huge stage like this?
I mean, we've just been consistent and not talking about that, and just focusing on getting better. And our practices have been real sharp the last couple of days. And again, that's our second unit's very strong. They're pushing our first unit. Our transfers sitting out are doing great, and and then Mickey is progressing very well, and we got him involved some with the first unit, as he's eligible to play on Sunday.
Is he chomping at the bit to get back? Can you sense it?
Yeah, I mean, guys don't want to go near Mickey, in practice, because they just think he might hurt him, because he's physical and he's downhill, and he's a tough guy. So we're excited. I know he is. It's been a long year sitting out. It's not easy.
He's lost a lot of weight and really changed his body. What's been the difference from when he came here to now?
Yeah, I mean, he's dropped 25 pounds, and a whole lot of body fat, and just he's been focused and pushing himself, and he wants to get back to the player he was in high school and projected to be at this level, and he seems very motivated, and he's put the work in, and I think the guys enjoy playing with him because he's such a good passer.
You're the only undefeated team in the western half of the United States, and maybe you're not thinking about it in those terms, or it doesn't matter that much, but what does that say just about the start that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of what we've done and how we played, and winning a championship, and and playing very aggressive, and we're going to face a team on Friday that plays with such energy and works at it on defense. And we had some situations today where we put a sixth defender out on the court just to run around and try and trap and make it a little more chaotic, because they scramble very well on defense. They rotate very well, and have great athletes and with length, and so it's a big test for us. That's why we're not thinking as much about being undefeated, just trying to get ready to play the best game we could play on Friday.
How big of a challenge is it going to be stopping guys like Shamari Pond and Devontae Graham defensively?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about those guys. They're two of the better point guards in the United States, and we feel like we got some guys here that certainly should be in that conversation, and so I'm sure our players are motivated to play both of those games.
Tell the boxes you've been able to check in basketball. What's Allen Fieldhouse? Where's that one rank going up there?
Yeah, again, it's because just thinking so much about St. John's, it's hard to overlook, and we are even looking at this as an NCAA tournament situation. Playing a team like St. John's that has the talent and the defensive mindset to be an NCAA tournament team, and then again, if you would be fortunate enough to advance in that game, then you're looking at an opponent like Kansas that is always has something to say about who advances in the tournament, and so I'm interested to go there, and I played in a lot of tough places, and played in Cameron Indoor and know what that environment is like, and I've been told that it's every bit that, so it should be a lot of fun.
Your last matchup with Kansas, can you reflect on that? What sticks out about that game?
Well, I mean, for me, and it's a long time ago, but as a player, it was one of the greatest moments of my career. Just the whole work in the season, and knowing that it ends with you being a national champion, and how great that feels. And I felt the other side of that the year before as a freshman, losing by 30, and how humiliated you could feel. So it made it even sweeter, to win that game.
So looking back at your playing days, what do you remember against going up a guy like Chris Mull in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, Chris was always a guy that I'm from New Jersey, and he was a few years older than me, and I watched him and just play at St. John's, and always admired him, and his how he shot it and scored, how smooth he was, and so he was definitely a guy that I looked up to when I was growing up.
How's Mickey's attitude been sitting out? What have you noticed from him?
Yeah, I mean, Mickey again has been very motivated, very focused, working hard every day, and just pushing our first unit. I've talked to him leading into practices. Hey, I need you to do this or that to kind of simulate what our opponent might do, and he's been great at doing those things, and now it's his turn to get himself ready to play, and I'm sure he prefers that over just getting our first unit ready to play.
You guys have already had a lot of success offensively, statistically. What does a guy like Mickey Mitchell do to sort of enhance that and make you guys more balanced?
Yeah, I mean, Mickey's very versatile, very easy to play with. The guy's he's a willing passer, and he's got a great feel for the game. And I know that our guards are going to appreciate how tough he plays, how hard-nosed he is. Fighting for loose balls, good defense, rebounding, tip-ins. He does a lot of little things out there to help you win.
How's Kamani progressing with his recovery?
Yeah, Kamani's in good spirits, and he's he's still a big part of this, being very supportive of what we've been doing without playing, and having a good attitude, and attacking his recovery, and so he's on target for the timetable that we spoke about initially. He's had no setbacks, and he's progressing nicely. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.